Men of Reddit, what pisses you off most about other men? Turning insecurity into aggression and hatred for others. When they make an unfunny joke at your expense to look good in front of women. Proper dig move. The guys who have to be the alpha. They usually start asserting their dominance when they give you a handshake that turns your knuckles white. Then it progresses to invading your personal space while puffing their chest out. Insecure losers. Guys that behave desperate around women and won't stop hitting on them even if they clearly aren't interested. I once nearly got into a fight because this one guy was hitting on a good friend of mine and tried to get her attention by stealing her stuff. And when I stopped him, he got really angry. I don't have much to complain about my guy friends. However, I just hate some men who, when in a group, keep trying to establish dominance. They usually do that by being loud, interrupting people and laughing at you, instead of laughing with you. Edit. Wow, thanks for the awards. As people say, I didn't expect this to blow up. The newbie is flattered. Also, on the flip side, some guys can command respect of a group without even seeming to try. They are respectful and polite, don't need to raise their voices, and know how to earn the respect of others. These are naturals. And guys, at least in my experience, tend to enjoy their company. Guys who peacock their extravagant purchases. How some men have no problem going after another man's GF or spouse, but they go psycho if it happens to them. Some get annoyed at other guys for having fun when you're out having fun. The creepy and inappropriate questions and comments the older men make to the young bartenders where I work. Men who refer to themselves as alpha. Men who can't clean their own mess, do their laundry, cook their own food, being a functional adult basically. I used to live with 3 other people, 2 men and 1 woman. The guys couldn't help keeping the house clean even if their lives depended on it. One of them would help if pressured, but I'd had to clean everything again because he had such low cleaning standards. But the other one wouldn't pick up a broom. Not standing up to be a father to their children. Absent dads, saying, "Oh, I have to babysit my kids." No. You are parenting your children while the mother is out or away. The sleazy husbands. The men who disrespect women publicly and the men who shame other men for being more in touch with their feelings. Dudes who would rather put you down for not knowing every single detail about something rather than genuinely trying to help teach others and spread information. And if they do manage to give a hell to help, they for whatever reason, have to have this demeaning, belittling tone. Edit. Holy cow, I am damn near brought to tears seeing so many people click with this. Oh man, that feels good. Thanks y'all, today was tough, but this was simply amazing. Guys sending unsolicited dig pics because a girl was being nice to them. When they mistake being a dig to others as masculinity. Or when they mistake being fat with being strong. The constant competition. Cock blocking. Dig measuring contests. Men not supporting other men emotionally, even when it doesn't seem like they need it. Every man needs emotional support, especially from other men. When they have to make damn sure they show they're an alpha male, like they're an animal or a caveman. Guys who sit on what other people like and don't like because of stupid macho bullshit. Having to know everything, or out-expert each other. When did it become unmanly to say, "I don't know"? When they say they are babysitting their own children. Men that think it's unmanly to drink delicious cocktails. Why is it suddenly unmanly to have a sweet tooth when it comes to drinks? I mean, you don't go to someone's wedding and then say, "Hot cake?" No way, I'm a real man. Those who aren't comfortable with their own masculinity that they question yours. How guys handle rejection. Lots of women are outright scared to directly turn down a man's advances, because some will harass them or get violent. I think it's one of the big reasons ghosting has become such a common thing in dating. When they don't know how to keep a toilet clean. Frock public restrooms. Older men hate taking instruction from young guys like myself in the trades. Instead of dropping their ego and feelings at the door, they come in with no experience and won't allow me to teach them. It's a lot of patience and I find it very frustrating. You may be older, but shut the frock up and let me teach you something, bud. That if you compliment someone's appearance, either male or female, they automatically assume that you're hitting on them. When we shut each other down instead of building each other up and think it's cool and okay. I've been guilty of it too, but I'm trying to be better. You guys, I am overwhelmed with the discussions, awards, undeserved, and how much attention this post has gotten. Thank you all for your support and honesty, and I will try to reply to everyone. When they try to act tough, like aggressive tough. Buddy, you aren't badass. You're acting like a child with a temper. Guys that become completely different when there's no women around. Guy at work is always nice to his female coworkers. Second they're gone. They're a bunch of dumb breeches in need of his manly love. I've heard him tell women that his having 3 sisters gives him a great respect for them. He also told me, when the ladies weren't around, that having 3 sisters gives him insight to their weaknesses and allows him to easily take advantage of them. Dudes who are too tough to wash their ass. Wash your ass, bro. Wash your fucking hands after using the restroom, goddammit. WTF is wrong with you? Edit. Thanks for the awards, kind strangers. I can't believe this is such a problem still. It happens every day in my office. I try to give genuine compliments and not just jokes all the time. A good dad should be told. A nice haircut can be noticed. And an accomplishment can be praised. No sarcasm needed. Edit. Over 20,000 upvotes is insane. Thank you all. I hope it translates to 20,000 compliments. Honking or whistling at women on the street. Like, WTF do you think is gonna happen, buddy? It's really embarrassing. When they don't practice what they preach. Machismo in general is overrated and reeks of insecurity. The older I get, the more I am hating men revving their loud cars and motorcycles. I live in a pretty busy area of Dallas, and especially at night, they just love to show off and screech their tires and rev their loud mufflers to where the whole area can hear it. I am getting too old for that shit. And sorry if this is sexist, but you know it ain't women. It's definitely men. As a man, I have known many women that have been sexually assaulted by other men. It's way more common than you would think, and I just don't understand what makes these guys do this. I'm a man with wants and needs like everyone else, but I would never force anyone to do something they didn't want to do. Way too many stories of girls getting raped or assaulted by drunk or sober guys, and it really makes me sick. I just don't get why they do that. Guys who think being aggressive means they are being assertive. Just because you're loud and angry doesn't mean you are a good leader. You don't need to be better than every other man at everything. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. I might be strong for my size and know how to take apart anything on a car or computer, but I also carry more fat than average, can't run very well, and don't have a 10. Dig. I accept that I'm me and you're you. You should accept it too. I used to buy my ex-fiance flowers every other week. I did it to show I cared and because it helped uplift our living space. Every time without fail, if I'd pass some random old guy, they'd laugh at me, ask what I'd done wrong, say, ooh, someone's in trouble, or just imply that I've somehow been emasculated. Like, for frock's sake, it could be for someone's grave for all you know. I am 6'4", tatted, generally pretty high testosterone type guy. But I don't ever need to justify any of my actions to the imaginary high council of manly men. You can bench press a defeated mountain lion in the morning and unwind with a piña colada in the bubble bath while wearing a charcoal face mask in the evening. The two are not related at all. Overly aggressive. Masculine. Gestures. Like revving a loud frocking motor in traffic. Taking off from a dead stop like your ass is on fire. Coal rollers. Guys who take the slightest slights as a cue to get into a fistfight. Men who constantly sexualize women. Bashing their wives. Like, you chose to marry this woman and they think it is cool to make her look like Sid in front of other people. Grow the frock up. I love my wife. She my best friend and my favorite drinking buddy. I know I am in the minority. But maybe she's not the problem. You are. Stupid power games. I'm like, dude, we work retail. Get over yourself. Edit. Aw man, thank you so much for the awards. Edit 2. Holy crap. Thanks for the silver. Showing others porn or of type stuff in public. Like, why do they feel the need to do this? I just don't get it. That every one of my previous partners has been sexually assaulted by other men. Knowing how some guy out there has treated a kind, loving woman in that way makes me furious that they feel entitled to do that because they are a man. What was probably a momentary pleasure for him is a pain those women carry with them years on, and all I can do is try and restore their faith in my gender through my own actions. Men who refuse to call out their male friends for their city behavior. I know so many guys who keep one city dude in their friend group just because it'd be weird to call them out on their misogynistic, racist, homophobic behavior. Rapey guys. The fact that my daughter and her friends at university have to keep a collaborative online document of which guys at their school have sexually abused or attacked them to warn their schoolmates to avoid them. I thought it would have got better by now, but no. It seems that porn, and I'm not anti-porn on principle, just anti-most porn because of the common abuse of women in it, has taught boys that consent is optional. Catcalling. I don't know WTF do achieve with this shit. Unless you're doing it to your wife, then by all means do it as much as you want. Talking over or being dismissive of women in the workplace. I'm finding it's getting better with the younger generations. But it's still embarrassing and frustrating to see the way some of them treat women. Too many guys think it's okay to just slap a random girl's ass that they don't even know. I've seen it in person 3 times already. It gives the rest of us a bad rep. How they can abuse the frock out of their girlfriend mentally and or physically and then act like they treated them like a goddess when they leave them for somebody better. Ego. Like seriously, we're all in this together. What is there to prove? Edit. Noticed a grammar problem. Edit 2. I mean to say an inflated ego. Or that it is only there to mask insecurity in general. Final edit. These are just my beliefs, based on what I've seen. I've received some comments in jest, and some in support, with others telling me I'm wrong. It's awesome that we can see all sides of this. Thanks for the reading material through my second vaccine dose. Men who are creepy to women. Especially if they are aware that they are making women uncomfortable. Some men would go very disturbing lengths to win a girl's heart. I've seen many men put up fake personas to relate to the girl. Girl is into art. Guy, all of a sudden, gets into painting. He's never touched a paintbrush in his life. It's annoying cuz when they become a thing the guy reverts to his old ways. Now obviously this is not all men, but the things that I consistently see and hate. And I have been guilty of many of these myself. But we grow, cut off from any emotion besides anger. Casual misogyny, in both treating women as lesser humans and also refusing to do anything that may be associated with femininity up to and including not washing one's ass crack. Unwillingness to grow as a person. Dietary habits of a 5-year-old with alcoholism. Not being able to cook or clean for themselves. Outsourcing their emotional labor or self-control to wives, girlfriends, partners. Lack of personal responsibility for birth control. Lack of understanding, awareness of patriarchal systems. I'm sure there's more. Middle-aged frockers looking at my underage daughter. What pisses me off about myself is that I'm a lazy FCK while my so is cleaning the house, washing clothes etc. At least I can cook. What pisses me off about most other men I met is that they usually feel that they are better, smarter than women. My personal experience has taught me it's quite the opposite. Guys who rinks women are property and that they don't need to move muscle. And also the guys who thinks women sitting in periods are disgusting. They get triggered when the girl farts and stuff like that. How creepy some of them are when they approach and talk women. Thanks to these assholes, the first thing I have to do when I meet a woman when I'm out is convince her I'm not a creep. Granted, it's not hard for me to do this, but it's one extra hurdle to get over. Sexual harassment. Frock off with it. When they talk about how much they hate cats. Because that makes them manly, I guess? I don't give a frock. I love my kitty and I don't think holding him like a baby and giving him belly schnugs makes me any less of a man. Men who deeply care about societal standards and masculinity. Huge difference between confident compared to being an insecure dighead. No one who has their own shit going for them will care that much about what another person is doing or how they're coming across in public.